Hey, and welcome to video number 8. In this specific video, we're going to be talking about creating premium theme specifications, basically the features and expectations that you have to get done. So here's how to do it. Basically, we're going to finalize the list of features that you want. Now, if you remember when we created the mock-up design, that we had a layout and we had a good idea of the general features that we want. But in this case, we want to go from the top to the bottom and figure out all the different variations and the conditions and the possibilities that a user could see. For example, the company logo. The company logo could be a picture, and if somebody doesn't have a picture, then what? Maybe we want to give an option that gives people the ability to put their company name text. So the different variations and conditions, kind of like the if-else statements. If somebody uploads the image, then great. If they do not have it, then what? So that's what you need to figure out before you actually hire anybody. And of course, I want to make note that make sure that all the stuff that you integrate into your site can be added, and make sure that people understand that when they integrate stuff into your WordPress theme, that they send you the licenses and that you read the licenses. Do not trust anybody out there, because what I found is that if you hire anybody, like, at a different country, no matter what country it is in, some people will look at copyright as, something serious. But then other people will look at something like copyright as not really serious at all. So some people believe that everything in the world is free, like all the software is out there, and they'll integrate it into your WordPress theme. And you don't want that. You want to make sure that you protect yourself and you protect your back. So with that said, let me go ahead and jump right in, and we'll start developing a list of features that we want in our theme. And you can see everything in action. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is basically just open up the theme. And you can open up your mock-up design if you want to, or you can actually find the file itself. I'm going to refer to the mock-up just because to me it's just easier to do this, simply because I don't see all the images and it's just less confusing. So I'm going to start out with the main page here. So we got the mock-up here. Let me minimize this a little bit so that you can see it better. And then I'm going to open up WordPad here, and I'm just going to start hammering out the list of features. So right now what we have is the company logo or text. So company logo, company text. So if they have a logo, great. If they don't, they need to have the ability to enter company text. Then they have the call us number, and I want it to be compatible with mobile phones. So there needs to be a way to enter the phone number. So we can say something like mobile phone friendly, enter phone number, call us number or text. And maybe this could be like a hyperlink too. We could have a hyperlink. So somebody could enter their call us number text or optional text. Like, let's say, for example, click here to get a free gift or something. So that gives people the option of doing that. Then we got the tagline, and I'm thinking we got tagline text and then tagline background. So they need to have the ability to change the tagline background. Now, the one thing that I forgot to tell you in the previous video was I actually added an additional social media icons in the layout right down here. So I'm going to go through it. We got tagline, background. I'm thinking maybe tagline gradient. Give somebody the ability to add a gradient. And then we got the slider or the video. I'm thinking I want a slider. So not many people, I'd say, create sliders from scratch. So you're going to have to find maybe a slider that would allow that. Slider with license to integrate. Video, we can have the option of slider or video. And maybe slider or video background if somebody wanted to change the background of that. Then we have the contact form, and earlier I put the Facebook and the Twitter. I think I'm just going to remove that and put contact form. Now there are two different options. When I think about options, I think about newbie and advanced. Newbie probably wants a contact form that's easy to install. So maybe I'm going to need to find like a WordPress plugin for that and just have them install it later on. And then the advanced people are going to want to enter a custom code form. So maybe two different options there. We got the welcome text. You got the map. The welcome text, they're going to need to enter, I think, the title, text title, and then the welcome text itself. I think the welcome text probably needs to have some sort of maybe WordPress editor added to it so they can add images if they want to do that. Then we got the map. And when we designed it, we figured out, okay, it has to be at least, I'd say max 300 width of a map. Forgot map title because they need to be able to change the title. We got the map itself. Maybe, I don't know, map like an editor to enter code. And then right underneath that, I got the social media icons, which I didn't include in this mock-up, but we decided to add that. And we got social media icons, maybe the option to open in a new window or open in the same window, depending on what they want to do. And I want to make it so, let's say I got 10 media icons. If someone enters the URL, the icon shows up. If someone doesn't enter the URL, then the icon should not show. So those are kind of like conditions of that there. Then we got the news items. We got 3 news items. I'm thinking we got to have a title and content. And the content's just like the welcome text, so we got to have a editor with that. And then we got, let's see, footer. We got 4 widgets in there, so it has to have the ability to add widgets there. And I think that's it. That's pretty much it. Oh, social media icons. I think if somebody changes the background of the tagline, maybe they also changes. So background of social media icons changes to reflect the tagline background. So if you go through here and you notice here, advanced versus newbie. Newbie, probably a logo, company text. Advanced, basically if statements. If somebody does not have something, then what do they do? So I'm going to make sure that I copy this information. And of course, want to make some control panel for inner pages. So now my inner page, actually the only thing that is affected is the page or the post. So I may not really necessarily need an extra control panel for that. So I'm going to leave that out as it is. Now what I found was that when I gave the list to the programmers, some of them get it, some of them don't. So actually, to make it easier, what we did was we put the theme inside here, and we actually pointed at each piece and put the features and pointed it at it, at this. So that way somebody can actually visually see it and then get it right. So that's it. What we're going to do in the next video is I'm going to show you how to find and how to create a project description specifically for somebody who will connect your features, your WordPress theme layout to the control panel. Alright, so let's move on to the next video.